In the previous program, we talked about sending emptiness after stealing a plate of peaches, and also stealing the fine list of too few veterans, and it was the highest level of fine order, and then met Huang Dadi to do a unit conference. After encountering Huang Dadi after getting this thing, he actually reflected the highest level of horror that only humans have, called sending off sentences. Why is this? Let's first take a look at how this empty delivery stole the fine order. Is there a description in the original residence? Towards the loud voice, he swayed and turned the wine freely, and after a while, he inserted the road. What he returned to was not his heavenly mansion, but the Dushui heavenly palace. When I saw it, I suddenly woke up. This Dushui palace is above 33 days, and there is too little old army in the sky of hatred. And what? I have come here to tie the knot. It doesn't matter, I have always wanted to look at this old man, and I can't get it, and I just forgot to look at it while I was miserable. The sky was sent to the Dushui palace on purpose, and he also wanted to borrow death, and he would be defeated by the Supreme Veteran Army. There is no intention of stealing the order at all. From here we learned that the heir has always been coming, but it has not come. But the aide to the Land Council said that this sent the sky to see Sanching into an old man, as if he was a majesty in the four tunnels. It shows that the Supreme Veteran Army and the heir delivery have met and communicated. We don't know what they talked about. Maybe they met the old army on the road and said politely, loudly, "You can also come to my Dushui palace when you have time, sit down." But this time he came to the Dushui palace after getting drunk, where there was no old army in all seasons. Lu Da's Dushui palace is not remembered everywhere. Where did the people of Dushui palace go? As we mentioned earlier, it turns out that the old army is suitable for people to climb the valley and say, and it is said on the 3-story high-grid Chuling single platform, and the precedent is to talk about the first and first to talk about it, and they are all standing on the left and right, accompanying the lecture. Let's go back and look at the empty space. This is big until the single room is not found. Next to the single room, if there is a fire in it, what about the left and right? The 5 lakes and lands in the south are all Jingdan that has been practiced. The people of Dushui Palace went to listen, since no one was left to watch, giving the emperor the pill. Shouldn't someone be sent to guard such a valuable guarantee? Seeing this scene, the great sage was delighted. This mistake, buy the new and add the treasure. So Kong came out of the lake and land, just like eating fried beans, and ate all these Jingdan. Let's miss this scene. In the empty Dushui Palace, there are 5 lakes and lands full of Xiandan. At this time, the Dushui Palace and Pan Tao Yuan are so close, so whether it is the Dushui Palace or Pan Tao Yuan, they are all specially designed for the heir, but some people have questions. No, it was a complete accident to send him to the Dushui Palace. He took the wrong path, and the emperor was careless. He walked to the Dushui Palace, and even if he came to the Dushui Palace, if he didn't steal the first pill, would the first pill be safe? Of course not. Since the emptiness has been completed, the only thing is to send the empty to not steal, and there are others to steal, just like Wang Yang herself has already taken away Pan Tao. Lao Juan has already arranged for the person to steal the first pill, but he was sent to the empty wall first. Therefore, it is indeed an accidental time to send the sky to steal the first pill, but whether he steals the first pill or not, it will be gone. So what is the purpose of the Supreme Lao Juan deliberately losing his first pill? You know, before Emperor Yu Huang recruited 2 people to send him away, and asked him to take care of Pan Tao Yuan, it can be said that the purpose is obvious and cannot be more obvious. Can the Supreme Lao Juan not see it? The purpose of the Jade Land is to change the old return of the heavenly court through Pan Tao society, and the old return is also the enemy of the people's hearts, and the change is a big deal. And the Supreme Lao Juan is the hand of the 3 stars, and his status is only after the Wudo Star Army, and the Wudo Star Army has no threat at all, and the idea of the Supreme Lao Juan changing his old home is not so strong. But since modifying the old return is already a big deal, the people of the heavenly court know it in their hearts. Lao Juan can't stop thinking about it, but how to maximize his own interests in the process of modifying the old return. Tai Lao Juan followed the example of Yudi. Didn't you let your Pan Tao disappear? I'm sorry, my first pill can also be missing, and I will show my existence through the first pill. Indeed, the effect is very obvious. As soon as Yudi heard something, the first pill was gone, and it was immediately Song Bureau. But no matter what, it was Sun Wukong who made a big fuss about Pantao, and there was no serious crime after eating. This first sin, kidnapping the first daughter, that is so loud, chanting to recite Zhou Yu, to the heavy line of the girl, wishing Zhu Zhu, hey, this turned out to be a fixed method, and the white eyes of the first daughter were set under the peach genus. After Sun Wukong fixed these fresh daughters with eyebrows, he knew to us that he went to talk secretly and did nothing else. This second sin is to transmit the imperial decree. Sun Wukong Yan God once and again became a model of wings and feet, straight to the Japanese Sun ruler, and the crime of this jade land was to pass on the benefits and earn the red line gene. This third sin is stealing food and drinking. Sun Wukong came to Yangqi and found that the jade land had been built, and the history of Changliangli's Jiuxian Guanpan was shattered with the crushing of science. It's the Taoist who transports water, the boy who burns the fire, etc. Our Jian Cheng is the service staff of the disdain. So Sun Wukong Yong took some hundreds of hegemony and admired the strange products, and when he returned to Changliang, he was steel, loved his dreams, and let go of 2 painful blows. Sun Wukong's behavior was very restrained, and he did not destroy the arrangement of the disgusting hui, but just took the food to the cold and ate it, and ordered wine by the way. After drinking the latest heart, Sun Wukong silently set himself up. It's not good, if you go too far, you don't blame me for treating guests. How to make a good thing with the righteous master, it is better to go back to the service early and go to the wilderness. After eating and drinking, he wanted to go back to sleep. It shows that Sun Wukong didn't take this stealing food and drink seriously at all. This fourth sin is stealing the golden elixir. The righteous army saw that the single was full of wine, and Lao Sun passed on a lot of it himself. Oh, not good, this is bigger than the sky and the sea. If the gold is frozen in the jade land, it is difficult to swallow, and it is not as good as summer, for the king of the wilderness. The real reason why Sun Wukong escaped from Tianding for the second time was not to make trouble with Pantao, but to steal the golden elixir of the old army. This fifth sin is to apologize. Sun Wukong broke through the customs and broke the hansom, returned to Tiangong for the second time to enter the remote work area, directly the few winemaking Pantao's water transport and burned the fire. These tired service staff have not yet slept. So, he added 2 big things, left and right. 2 more hands stopped. Randomly, break the clouds, return to the good movement, and have a drinking party first. Sun Wukong himself stole food and drink, but did he steal the good son of Wagwashan and stole this first wine out of the balance, which is an aggravating plot. The core of these 5 deadly sins is one word. But please note, although it is all stealing, in Sun Wukong's own eyes, only stealing the golden elixir of the Supreme Veteran Army is the big man. This is the real reason why he escaped from the sky. Pay attention. Sun Wukong escaped from the sky, but he never had the intention of rebelling. This Pantao was stolen and eaten, so what kind of invisibility was hidden behind the old army's first pill being stolen? The sky stopped, 2 serious apology incidents occurred in a row, Pantao was gone, Xian Dan was gone, this and the ground were decisive on the spot, Pantao conference we couldn't hold it, Quan Li caught the thief, who was the thief, all kinds of evidence, all of them were only to his heavenly life. So the second battle of Weijiao Sun Wukong began. It is scheduled to continue to dismantle the 4 heavenly kings to write the same reason as the heavenly king and the third prince, the classic 28 shame 9 wants starlight, 12 yuan into 5 parties sticking to the force, the 4 palace grass east and west new lights, the north and south 25 months 45 paving the sky star statue, a total of 100,000 sky lanterns are not 100,000 sky lanterns under the sky and falling to the ground, stopping the clouds and falling to the 50 everything, flowers and fruits in the mountains and fields, killing and extinguishing. The sky lanterns fall from the sky, not flying in the sky, but like the monkeys, they have to fight on the ground. Therefore, the sky and the sky that we see in the TV series are all flying in the air, which is not in line with aid. In fact, the waste grinding of the heavens and the world, except for different identities and different treatments, should not be much different in ability. Let's look at the first round. Sun Wukong put 9 stars to stand in the interests of Jinpi. 1 by 1 to lose the blood is to lose the battle and flee. In the second round, Li Tianwang dropped the 4 heavenly kings in 28 shame. Sun Wukong fell out of the 1-horned ghost king 72 holes waste king and 4 heavenly falls. It was a melee. The end of the battle was that the 1-horned ghost king and the 72 holes outside the waist were taken away by the gods to the table. 10 walked 4 heavenly descendants in the group of monkeys, half of which were so the battle situation was unfavorable, but Sun Wukong only used 1 trick to have a situation without transmission. Which trick is it? The following programs will continue to teach you and learn the season.